Here are the dumbest drivers of 2024. Watch another idiot driver practically come to a stop while brake checking. You have to wonder how these dudes end up on the road.
We transform them each into the...
You can see in the bottom right corner that the cameraman is going way too fast. With those weather conditions, it makes sense he lost control and went off the road.
There are no large beasts. So what I'd like to do is, elephants are technically a size above large, but I'd like to use elephant stats and say they're large creatures for the purpose of our operation.
Pickup truck drivers can be some of the most arrogant people on the road. This one brake checked a semi-truck, which is much bigger than his vehicle. There's really no reason to back up into the cops like this idiot did. Apparently, it was a carjacker trying to flee the scene. We don't see what happened here, but we do see the aftermath of idiot drivers on the road. The car owner isn't driving in this clip. Instead, someone who is supposed to service the car is joyriding and running red lights.
Oh my god.
We can't believe this jerk cut across multiple lanes. That kind of mistake can cause huge accidents on highway ramps. Some idiots will cut in front of other cars just to run red lights because they're impatient. Here we see a cop acting like they own the road just because they're a cop. Luckily, the dash camera avoided a crash and ticket. There are two idiots in this clip, waiting a lot closer to the light than they should be. Gets worse when one moves up to the line up with the other.
I don't... No! That's not... No! Oh my god!
Following multiple turn lanes seemed to be just too complicated for this driver. It can be hard to take law enforcement seriously when they don't even follow the rules of the road. These bikers were messing around and nearly hit the cameraman's car. Luckily, they didn't happen and they went on their way. It's unbelievable that this idiot drifted across lanes and nearly caused an accident. Imagine trying to show off like this and then flipping your car over. That makes this guy one of the dumbest drivers. The car driver's last-minute lane change caused a huge accident for the truck driver. We have no idea how drivers like this can take their rage out on truckers and then play victim, but that's what happened here, and it didn't go well for the victim. Keep an eye on the gray car. When the driver gets too impatient, he passes on the right and loses control. Luckily, he didn't take anyone else down with him when he crashed. Sometimes cops are idiot drivers. We have no idea why these dudes were just slowly rolling down the wrong side of the road. The cameraman had every reason to be angry at this moron driver, merged into traffic slowly, then crossed all the way to the left. The yellow pickup truck started to drift into the driver's camera's lane. That driver then decided to pass on the right and really show that they're a dumb driver.
What are you doing? What the heck, man? That's awful. What are you doing?
You'd think that people on scooters would be careful since they're extra vulnerable. This idiot wasn't keeping his eye on the road, and he crashed into a car. The driver of the white van and the truck clearly had issues with each other. They made it everyone else's problem, and they could have caused a lot of issues on the road. That driver had to know that their car was too low to the ground, or they're too dumb to realize it, or too ignorant to care. The car merging came in too hot and crashed into the red car. Watch this doofus roll into the intersection because he wasn't paying attention. When he realized the green light was for turning cars, he backed up slowly. Keep an eye on the background, you'll see an idiot pickup driver turn right from the middle lane. That turn made him take a smaller car with him.
Yeah.
We have no idea what this dude was doing in the car, but clearly he didn't use the brake. One of the drivers to the right cut it too close to the red light. Cops nearly nearby to pull him over. He had to feel like one of the dumbest drivers. This driver is just fine with showing that he didn't care about the red light. That makes him a really dumb driver. We're sure that a lot of people who were watching knew that driving into those floods was a bad idea. For some reason, that didn't occur to the driver.
You're far the water there. Away the lock off. Away the bomb clad. Watch ya. You brought down in front of me to blood clot.
This dash camera was very lucky that his brakes were working. Can you believe the jerk in the red car held up the turn lane just so he could change lanes? We couldn't believe it when we saw it either. The red light runner in this clip nearly T-boned another car. That would have been a messy crash. The moron in this clip was probably going too fast and lost control on the wet roads. Luckily, he slowed down and regained control. The driver in the silver car cut off several motorcyclists. One of them was so mad he hit the car's window. We can't believe this doofus stopped and slid back into oncoming traffic. Miraculously, the driver behind managed to avoid a crash. It's hard to watch this idiot hit the car in front and push it into the intersection. It gets worse when he tries to flee and crashes into another car in the intersection. Here's a distracted driver on the road caught on camera. The passenger who recorded this caught their driver distracting himself on the road. He was doing some online shopping while driving. It almost looks like this dude rolled into the street to try and get hit. That would have been a crazy thing to do if he actually did get hit. It's almost impressive that this idiot driver got himself stuck on the curb. Watch this doofus ignore the warning and drive straight into the mud. Naturally, his car got stuck. The driver in the white car was distracted or a complete idiot. He nearly forced the red car onto the other side of the road. Here we see another pickup driver failing to understand how multiple turn lanes work. We don't know why this dude thought he could sit in both lanes. He nearly blocked off the other car from crossing the intersection. Takes a real idiot behind the wheel to hit a mailbox. Imagine being a bus driver and had to deal with the idiot road rager like this. Crossing the street this slowly and recklessly could have led to a major accident. The guy who came racing from behind the cameraman nearly hit two pedestrians. That's not just dumb, it's dangerous. An idiot in this clip slowly drifted into traffic and then T-boned another car. Would have collided with that truck if the driver didn't brake. It's hard to believe that this school van turned that way and nearly hit someone in a school crosswalk. The doofus in this clip went too fast and too furious, so he ended up in the grass. We don't know what this truck driver was doing, but he lost one of the dumpsters he was carrying. That shows some level of incompetence. Another car slowly drifting into traffic caused a pretty avoidable crash. You can't help but wonder how this pickup driver got his bumper stuck on a pole. He at least managed to get his truck free. The trucker in this clip sped up to cut off the cameraman and nearly forced him into another lane. Apparently he did that to let a cop pass on the right, which is also stupid.
It'll let you get away a lot more.
We would have gotten a huge...
Holy.
We're sure this T-bone could have been avoided if the idiot driver didn't roll in front of oncoming traffic. This was a bad U-turn from start to finish. It was done from the middle lane and cut off the dash camera who was actually in the left turn lane. Looks like something accidentally accelerated when they meant to brake. It's a mistake, but a dumb one nonetheless. This driver merged way too quickly and ended up on the other side of the road, hitting another car. That's the price to pay for being one of the dumbest drivers. This idiot truck driver cut a turn way too close to the curb. The result was damage from the pole and 2 popped tires from the curb.
Great.
It's almost shocking to see this pickup driver cross multiple lanes at the last minute to avoid missing an exit. That move was so bad it nearly forced a blue car off the road.
Careful.
The woman recording literally said to be careful when this driver backed up into something avoidable. We don't know what the driver ahead was expecting. He brake checked the semi-truck and lost his back windshield. A swerving truck caused a crash in this clip. It would have been a lot worse if the cameraman was unable to avoid it, but he did. One driver came to a complete stop because of the turtle on the road. The other cars swerved to avoid it and ended up hitting each other. This is what happens when drivers are too cocky and got too fast while driving in the snow. This is entitlement at its peak. Watch how this driver rams the back of a pickup truck, then acts like he's in the right. We're surprised this driver is so focused on running the red light and not on their trailer. Did you see the thing tip over and get dragged around? Watch this complete moron take advantage of the cameraman moving over to let him merge. The red car driver crosses multiple lanes and then cuts off the semi-truck driver. Merging into traffic this slow, it just shows how slow this driver was thinking. Nearby cops sprung into action to deliver instant karma. This fool decided to make an illegal U-turn and didn't bother to check for oncoming traffic. That slowed everyone down and made the whole thing last longer. Can you believe that silver car to the side just pulled out without any care at all? He got what he deserved when his wheel fell apart. The U-turn scene in this video was incredibly dumb, especially when there were no signals. On top of that, the driver acted like it wasn't his fault. Listen to this cop struggle to defend himself after he confronts a driver who flipped him off. He initially cut the driver off by crossing multiple lanes.
You better have a good reason for cutting me off on that highway exit.
Cut you off?
Yes, sir.
I was actually going to a call.
Well, you did not have your lights on, and you cut over from the left lane
I did.
and cut me off
I
in
got
the
the call
exit.
right before I moved over.
Okay, that's fine. If you had lights and sirens on, I would have made room.
Exactly the speed limit, and you were 4 car lengths behind me when I started moving over. So were you speeding?
Nope.
I don't know about that. You were speeding when you came up and passed me the first time, but I let you go by.
I got you on dash cam.
Okay, that's fine. You flipped me off. I mean,
That's
why
fine.
you want my hand
That's First Amendment protected right.
out? No, you're welcome to do it. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't an issue.
Nope, no issue.
Here we have an older driver who misjudged the depth of the water. After driving into a deep puddle, he gets his car stuck in the mud.
No, salte que voy a brincar para allá.
Que te salgas de esa esquina.
El hoyo está ahí, dice.
Keep an eye on the car to the right. That idiot driver tried to pass from the right turn lane only to get pulled over by a cop. It should only take you a few seconds to see what's wrong here. Took the truck driver longer than he made things worse by trying to make a U-turn. The dash camera who recorded this caught an idiot just pulling out onto oncoming traffic. That made another car swerve to avoid it and hit the car recording. Watch this idiot in the red car decide to pass the car ahead while the dash camera used the fast lane. His last minute pass almost got him hit. Pay attention to the driver on the right of the cameraman. He gets honked at for cutting his turn a little close, and then he gets mad. It almost seems like the driver ahead of the cameraman is in a rush to pass and get ahead of traffic, but when it's his time to go through a green light, he takes all the time in the world, and he gets back to rushing and trying to cut ahead of everyone. It takes an incredibly dumb driver to maneuver through a field and hit only a few things there. You would think that drivers pay attention to what lanes they're in and what exits they're on. This idiot proves that not everyone does that. It looks like the small car stopped to let the truck onto the road. Coming to a complete stop was a big mistake. In this clip, an impatient driver tries to cut ahead on a snowy road. That doesn't go well because he was too fast and hit several cars.
Yeah, I wouldn't risk moving.
It's a little difficult to tell what happened here, but some merging lanes give two drivers a near accident. Even though it was intentional, it was incredibly stupid to drive into that column. This bus driver was in the worst spot and cut the turn too close. That led to him losing a chunk of his bumper. We're finishing off with another dumb driver making a last-minute lane change across several lanes. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. You can also click the video on the screen to keep watching more.